The National Transportation Safety Board says the cause of last year's door plug blowout on an Alaska Airlines flight was Boeing's failure to, quote, provide adequate training, guidance, and oversight to its factory workers. Today, the NTSB held a public meeting to closely examine their investigation.
The door plug on the Boeing 737 MAX aircraft blew off while it was 16,000 feet in the air over Portland. It happened back in January of 2024. No one was seriously hurt, and pilots were able to land the plane safely in Portland. Investigators found that Boeing workers failed to replace bolts on the door plug when they were fixing it at Boeing's Renton facility. The NTSB also found the FAA was ineffective in making sure Boeing addressed repetitive and systemic issues tied to its parts removal process. As a result, the NTSB is recommending more training. It's also recommending the FAA revise its surveillance system and audits. They want those overseeing the plane making process to have a better way to record and track issues.
There is an inherent risk to what we do. There's an inherent risk to aviation. So therefore, the focus and the goal is to get to what is acceptable, how do we identify the hazards, and then how do we contain that hazard by loading on risk mitigations and controls.
No further.
Boeing released a statement about today's meeting saying, quote, "We at Boeing regret this accident and continue to work on strengthening safety and quality across our operations. We will review the final report and recommendations as we continue to implement improvements," end quote. More than 50 passengers have filed suit against Boeing, citing emotional and physical injuries and alleged negligence by the airplane maker. Seattle's new police chief is one step closer to being officially confirmed. Although Mayor Harrell named Sean Barnes as chief about 6 months ago, he has yet to be confirmed by the full city council. During today's confirmation hearing, the council's public safety committee asked Barnes about various issues, including one very high-profile case. Councilmember Alexis Mercedes Rink asked Chief Barnes about transparency in the unsolved 2024 murder of Garfield student Amar Murphy Payne.
There has not been a lot of communication with the community for a reason. Officers and detectives are following up on information, and we would not want to put anything out that would compromise the information, or when people come forward, we want to make sure that the information they're giving us is consistent with the evidence that we have in this case.
Certainly.
The Public Safety Committee unanimously advanced the chief's nomination in a 4-0 vote. The full council will now vote on Barnes' official appointment on July 1st.